Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome to my first ever Let's Play. Yeah, I've never done this before. I watched a whole bunch of them on YouTube, and I thought, hey, maybe I'll give it a try. And so I'll start with Pokemon FireRed for Nintendo Game Boy Advance. I thought it'd be fitting since this was actually my first video game ever, back when I was 5. Well, now it's my first Let's Play, so well, let's get started. Alright, so here it just basically goes over the controls. I really don't care. Let's just move on. Yeah, you could read this if you want. Just pause or whatever. Let's just start. If you hear anything in the background, that's just... well, I live in a college dorm. This is the best I could do. Sorry. Oh well, nothing I can do about that now. Oh, and the text here scrolls really slowly, by the way. Yeah, it's a problem. So now we've got Professor Oak over here, everyone's favorite, forgetful grandfather. Alright, sure. Well, I'm a dude. Some people seem to get that mistaken, but I am a dude. Actually, usually I play games as the female character, but not this one. FireRed, I like to play as Red, and that's what I'm gonna call him. Sure. He looks like kind of an asshole. You forgot your grandson's name? What kind of grandparent are you, anyway? I mean, you live with the guy. He does. I mean, he's old, but he's not that old, is he? Yes. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the leading mind in Pokemon. This reminds me of that scene in the Indigo League, where he's like, oh, of course, you're talking to me from the Viridian City Pokemon, so this must be where you are. And it's like, wow, you think? Anyway, first things first, yeah, the text is scrolling too slow. Second things second, let's boot up the PC. In this game, you've got limited inventory, so you're probably going to have to use this, but at the beginning, you can get a free potion out of it. So let's take that. We don't have anything to do with the potion yet, but we might as well have it around. Wow, an NES, huh? Wasn't the Super Nintendo the thing, like back when the original Red and Blue were released? It was like 96. No, it was 98 they released in America. That was like the N64, wasn't it? I have no idea what that is. Oh, really? Nah, I don't need to see him. I think I'll just leave town. It seems like a good idea. I'll just walk straight out there. Or not. I remember back when I was a kid, I spent 5 minutes looking for Professor Oak before I realized you had to walk north. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I was 5 years old, give me a break. Oh, really? I don't believe you. What happened to your other ones? What, did you just, like, go to a different region and leave all your Pokemon behind? I mean, what kind of idiot would do that? I don't know. Maybe we can let him choose. We can let him choose, and then I'll pick whichever one is strong against his. Nah, that would be a really jerkish move, wouldn't it? Yeah. So anyway, now I'm gonna go over the 3 starter Pokemon with Chugaconroy style bios, basically. So first things first, we've got Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur he's got pretty good defenses and not too shabby like special attack either. He's a grass poison type all the way through his line, and he's pretty useful for like staying alive long enough to put some really nasty status effects on your opponents. And what makes Bulbasaur really nice is that early game he's really useful. He's pretty good against the first 3 gyms of the game, so well, actually first 4 really. The only really big problem with Bulbasaur is that late game it's going to get monumentally screwed by loads of boss fights. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that. But other than that, I do like it quite a bit, but well, not enough to use it in this playthrough. And then after it, we've got Squirtle. As you can imagine, being a turtle, it's slow and defensive. But I actually have used it almost as much as I've used the other starter, and it's been pretty good. I mean, damage isn't its main suit, but it still does pretty good damage, and it's pretty survivable too. Like, it lives quite a bit. One of the really nice things about it is that it's one of the Pokemon in this game that learns Bite, which is a dark type attack that not too many Pokemon can use, or at least not too many useful Pokemon can use. Having Bite will help you quite a bit in certain situations. But again, I don't want to pick this one. This one is the one I want to pick. Charmander. Charmander is a pure fire type up until its final form where it's fire flying. It's got lots of speed, lots of special attack. It's basically a special sweeper. Its role in life is to destroy your enemies before they destroy you. I love playing that way. I mean, it's risky, but in the storyline I think it's worthwhile. So I'll just claim the fire Pokemon, Charmander. Alright. Yeah, let's give it a nickname. What nickname do I want to give him? All the nicknames I give are terrible. I am going to nickname everything I catch, it's just I can't guarantee how good nicknames are going to be, you know? I've got one. Bonus points if you get the reference. Igneal. And Blue over there is going to take the Squirtle. Yeah, he takes the one that's strong against whatever you have. And if you chose Bulbasaur, God help you. Yeah, I've had his Charizard destroy me before. Like, a total party kill destroy. It's pretty annoying. And now we've got our first Pokemon battle. And this one's basically a tutorial fight. And like, is it the only one in the series? Well, including the originals, I think this is the only one that like Oak walks you through, basically. And so basically, how these work, you've got your Pokemon, your opponent's Pokemon, you send them out, and they beat each other to death. Actually, no they don't. Pokemon don't die, they just faint. But anyway, the goal is to use your moves to reduce the opponent's HP down to 0, faster than they can to you. There's also a sort of like rock, paper, scissors mechanic to it, where like this type beats this type beats this type, as well as like resistances, so certain types versus other types. Now right now, all we have are normal type moves, and well, on fire and water Pokemon, like Charmander and Squirtle, normal types are just regularly effective. So let's use Scratch. Yeah, this battle is basically a tap of Scratch Fest, no matter who you pick. And it's not until later games in the series where they give you an elemental move for your first fight. So, oh well. But then later on in the game you'll see that fire types are weak to water, water types are weak to grass, and grass is weak to fire. I mean, it's a lot more complicated than that. Well, not a lot, but it's a little bit more complicated than that later on. But I'll go over all of that later. Alright, got him. Yeah, if either one of you gets a critical hit in this fight, the other one's screwed. Basically, a critical hit is like, you deal 1.5 times the amount of damage you'd have normally done, and I can't remember what else it is. Is it like it ignores defense? Something like that? I don't remember. It might ignore defense changes, I'm not sure. Anyway, you win battles, you get money and experience for your Pokemon. So you want to win as many battles as you possibly can, because if you lose, you have to pay a lot of money to your opponent, and then you get kicked back to the last Pokemon Center you visited. Yeah, so death is definitely not cheap. Although, you're not actually dying. If I remember correctly, I think we get healed up after that fight. Yeah, we do. Alright. Now, let's head up north, like I wanted to the first time, and run into some new Pokemon. Like Rattata. Now, even though we can't actually capture anything right now, I still do want to go over these Pokemon while I can, because, well, in the next episode I'm going to be going over even more Pokemon, and I'd rather just unload the burden now, so that I don't have to do more editing later. So, starting off, we've got Rattata. It's your basic, boring, regular, normal type. Find them everywhere. You kill them in like 3 shots. Nothing too interesting. Really, even when it evolves, it's still not that interesting. You're going to be fighting a whole buttload of Rattatas and Raticates later on, so yeah, you better get used to them. I can't honestly recommend catching them, not even for like HM moves, which I'll explain later again. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. Ooh, free potion. Always talk to people who give you free items. Can you run into the other Pokemon on this route? No? Okay. I would like to get to level 7, which I'm probably going to do right now. Oh, I forgot to mention it, but in that last battle, I got a critical. You saw I got a critical hit and it did way more damage? Yeah, that's basically what they do. Not too many ways of influencing critical hits in this game that I can remember. But anyway, at level 7, we get Ember, which is the first fire type attack. Super effective against grass, which is what Bulbasaur is, as well as a couple of other types that we haven't quite run into yet. And here's the other new Pokemon, Pidgey. It's a normal flying type. It's, well, as far as normal flying types go in this game, it's not the worst, but it's not the best either. It's fairly average. You can catch it if you want to, but like in the next route over, we're going to be finding a normal flying type that's even better than Pidgeys are. I would catch one, but, well, since Charizard's already part flying type, it's kind of useless to have another one. You don't want to have, like, multiple Pokemon of the same type unless they don't share weaknesses, because otherwise you'll probably get stomped on. Anyway, you see this building that says PC? Pokemon Center. You go here to heal up your Pokemon. You just talk to the lady in the pink hair. Just talk to her. No need to hit on her, or any of the other ones that look almost like her. That would just get annoying. Oh yeah, the world of Pokemon has free universal healthcare for magical monsters. How convenient. Oh yeah, and this is the PC. It's basically your Pokemon storage system. You can only carry 6 Pokemon on you at a time, so the rest get shoved into this box over here, and there's quite a few pages where you can store Pokemon in, 14, and each box holds about 30 Pokemon. Well, not about, exactly 30 Pokemon, so there you go. And while I'm here, let's take a look at our Pokemon. So this is the status screen. You can come here to look at your Pokemon, see what stats they've got, and all sorts of stuff. You can see their type, their ID number, which doesn't really matter that much. Under the trainer memory, you can see what nature it is. Natures do a whole bunch of different stuff that I really don't care about right now. I mean, I don't know what relaxed nature does. It influence, well, basically, natures influence like your stat growths for your Pokemon, and some natures help a stat while hindering another, and some natures just don't do anything. I'm not sure what relaxed does. My gut tells me it's neutral, but it probably isn't. There isn't a very easy way of telling at all right now. Anyway, let's look at its stats. We've got HP, which I explained earlier. It's basically, it goes down to 0, your Pokemon faints, and you either switch into another one, or if you don't have any more, you lose. You've got attack, which determines physical damage. You've got defense, which determines how much damage physical attacks do to you, or at least how much you resist them. And then special attack and special defense, which are like attack and defense, but for special types. How this works is that each Pokemon type is either physical, it does damage that's either physical or special, regardless of like if the move actually hits the opponent, like physically. So like Shadow Claw, for example, is a physical attack because it's Ghost type. And so is Shadow Ball, even though Shadow Ball doesn't actually make contact with the opponent. It's really weird and kind of stupid, and it's something they don't fix until Generation 4, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. I'll just tell you right now, Fire, Grass, and Water are all special types, so they deal damage based on special attack. Normal does damage based on physical attack, and right now it seems that our special attack and physical attack are about on par. We've also got abilities. Basically every Pokemon has like a certain ability that does certain things in battle under given conditions. Blaze makes you smoke pot. No, I'm kidding. Blaze, basically, all 3 of the starters have basically the same abilities for their respective types. When they get down to about 30% of their maximum HP, all their moves of all the moves that share the type they do. Let me rephrase that. Fire, Water, Grass, those types of moves will do more damage when their HP is at about 33% or less. So it's like a second wind, except, well, ideally your Charizard's never going to get that weak, so, it's kind of useful. It's better than some abilities. And then over here you can check out your moves. You've got Scratch, which has Power 40, Accuracy 100. Power is basically part of the calculation for the base damage the move does. The higher the better. Accuracy, I think it's a percentage, I think. It would make sense for it to be, but like, the amount of times I miss with moves with 85 accuracy is just astounding. So maybe not. But anyway, accuracy determines how often the moves will hit. Moves with 100 accuracy will always hit unless your accuracy stat has been lowered. And so far that's all of them. And right now we've got Scratch, which is normal type physical attack, and Ember, which is a fire type special attack. Now even though Ember and Scratch have the same base power, Ember is still better because there's also another mechanic in Pokemon called same type attack bonus, or stab, if you prefer. Basically, if you use a move that's the same type as your Pokemon, it does more damage. I think it's like another 1.5 times or something like that. I can't remember what. So it's a good idea to either prioritize moves that are super effective or moves that just are same type attack bonus. Oh, I should probably explain. Super effective means that the move will do double damage to a certain type of Pokemon, and the inverse, not very effective, is that the move will do half damage to a certain type of Pokemon. And this takes into account a Pokemon that might be dual type, so if you're fire and flying, you only take a quarter damage from grass type moves, as opposed to just half if you are fire or flying. So there you go. So that's Pokemon stats in a nutshell. I probably missed something, but oh well. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got the bag, basically your item storage. We've got items, which is like your healing items and other stuff. Whoops. We've got key items, which are, well, important items, usually either plot related or something or other that's we're probably going to use a lot that isn't consumable. And we've got Pokeballs, which we don't have yet. Oops. Yeah. Red, or whatever you named your play name, this is your trainer card. You can basically look and see how much money you have, your play time, and what badges you have. Right now we have 0 badges. But, spoiler alert, we're going to be getting all of them soon enough. That's basically the goal of this game, is to collect all the 8 badges by defeating all the 8 gym leaders, which are like area bosses from other games. So anyway, this is Viridian City. I want to explore... Well, first let me show this off. This is actually pretty amusing. Let's try leaving. Oh. Nuts. What are you, drunk? Just drunk on your drunk off your ass right on the side of the road? Oh, he hasn't had his coffee yet. Oh, okay. I thought you were drunk. I don't know why I thought you were drunk. What is it with Japan and, like, being a lot more okay with people being drunk in video games? Like, they had to do that a lot in, like, Chrono Trigger 2, where Ted Woolsey had to translate the prehistoric alcohol as soup. Yeah, soup. Very convincing, Woolsey. So anyway, now we gotta deliver that parcel to Professor Oak. But, a little bit of a shortcut. You see ledges like these? Ha! There you go. Yeah, you can just jump over ledges. Oh, yeah, PP. I almost forgot about that. Every move has a certain number of uses. You can think of them like spell charges from one of the Final Fantasy games. So anyway, let's just take the short way back to Pallet Town. No need to edit this out. It's not that far away. Alright, we're back. Let's go see Professor Oak about this package. Yep, here we go. The custom Pokeball. What does that mean? Ooh, Pokedex, huh? This is the other sort of main objective of Pokemon. Basically, your 2 goals are to fill out the Pokedex as much as possible and to collect all the badges and challenge the Elite Four and the Champion at the end of the game. And that's pretty much how every Pokemon game in the series works. Well, all the main ones anyway. And we get 5 Pokeballs. Now, unlike a lot of other games in the series, you actually do want to try and catch as many Pokemon as you can, because there are certain things you can't do unless you catch a certain number of Pokemon. And by catch a certain number of Pokemon, it means, like, have them recorded in your Pokedex, and you can do that by either catching them or evolving them. Basically, evolving, you fulfill certain conditions, usually leveling up, your Pokemon transforms and gets more powerful. What do you mean I won't be necessary. No way you're gonna fill out the Pokedex on your own. Oh, really? I don't believe you. I'm gonna go get a town map from her anyway. Can you talk to these guys and get anything from them? Oh. Some of the other games, I think you can do that and get items from the professor's assistants. Let's just call them assistants, because the other word sounds kind of bad. Let's talk to her and get our first key item. Our second key item, the town map. So basically, you go into the town map. Let's register it, so if you just hit the select button and use it, and you hit select, you see a map of the Kanto region. And so this is Viridian City where we just were, this is Pallet Town where we are now, and there's a whole bunch of routes and cities that we're going to be visiting during the course of this playthrough. So, alright. We also got Pokedex, which I'll just pull that up now. It's basically a list of all Pokemon you've seen and captured. Let's look at it in numerical mode. If it has a Pokeball next to it, it means you've captured it. If it doesn't, it means you only see it. And the requirements that I mentioned that are going to happen later in the game, you have to catch them, not just see them. So, yeah. Well, here's Charmander's Pokedex entry. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, Pokedex entries are surprisingly, disturbing. Well, if you need more proof, just look at Spoinks. Holy cow. Could you imagine being Spoink? You have to bounce every day of your life, every second of your life, or you die. Yeah, don't ever tell me Pokemon doesn't get dark. But anyway, right now we have to go back north to Viridian City to start working our way into filling the Pokedex and getting all the badges. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. I'll see you guys then.